In today's podcast, we're going to talk about how to make $1 million plus trading weekly options in January 2025. Now, clearly, the market's going to be open tomorrow for trading. We've got a few more trading sessions left in 2024. So you could easily get a head start and possibly hit the $1 million mark by the end of the first week of January. Now, all of this probably sounds a little bit too good to be true to a lot of traders that are listening to 30 market moves for the very first time. Now, I will show you exactly what it takes to do it and give you some specific recommendations in this podcast if you're really serious about doing this. Now, I will outline the setup for this and try to bring some light about why specifically between now, Christmas of 2024, and by the end of January 2025, you got these lucrative trading opportunities. And I'm going to lay out the formula that is going to be very shocking to many traders because they do exactly the opposite of what I'm going to describe in this podcast. So pay very close attention, grab a pen and paper if you're serious about making it as a trader. The setup is the most important thing. So in order for you to be able to accomplish this, okay, there's three things that have to take place. Number one is you absolutely have to forget about the way you trade now, okay? So majority of the people, they try to find certain trades that make them money, options trades, stock trades, penny stock trades, crypto trades. And, occasionally a trader could nail a trade that makes them a little bit of money. But they have no basis understanding the foundation of going back and repeating that trade. So occasionally a trader could make a good trade, but that's where it ends because he or she simply does not understand, well, how did this happen? And so by trial and error, most of the traders are going to go into the market hoping that, hey, I can stay green today. I can lock in some kind of profit. And sure enough, it makes sense that if I lock some kind of profit every day, then the account is going to grow. And that is the craziest myth that exists in the markets today. That I think that behavior is also reinforced by millions of videos on YouTube, millions of articles that state something to the extent of, hey, learn how to make this much per day. Hey, learn how to make $100 a day, $500 a day, $1,000 a day doing this, okay? And by definition, okay, that is the very fact that fails 100% of traders that are actually trying to focus on how much they make per day in trading. The very flaw of this is the fact that market conditions are not the same each day. Market conditions are not the same in October of 1987. They're not the same in the transition of 2000, 2001. They're not the same in 2007, 2008 transition. They're not the same in multiple instances, okay, where market is collapsing. And most of the people, unfortunately, only focus on the one directional trade, which is buy the dip and market's going to go higher. Well, that strategy becomes highly problematic when the market's been going higher for 3 years in a row without a decent-sized drop. And a decent-sized drop, I would establish it at 10% plus. So the market has not had more than a 10% plus drop in 3 years. This is not the kind of setup you want to pursue on the bull side. And so if you're trying to make $1 million in under 5 trades, okay, going bullish is not going to be the strategy that's going to help you make it. So, however, that's what's going to happen to 99% of traders. They're going to go into 2025 focusing on, where's this bargain? They're going to go listen to a bunch of media. They're going to go listen to a bunch of analysts who are going to be talking, well, we find this sector is fucking attractive still, and this is attractive. And these analysts, they're not paying attention to any market setups, okay? These analysts that majority of traders listen to on CNBC and Bloomberg, okay, their trading strategy has nothing to do with your trading strategy as an individual trader. And to just make this example very simple, okay, we're going to break it down to the point of like absolute stupidity, absurdity. We're going to analyze these trades with an account of $1,000, okay? Now, $1,000 account into $1 million plus in under 5 trades. I'm going to break it down in just a second, okay? But if you keep listening to them bullshit analysts on Wall Street, okay, they work with billions of dollars, okay? So they're looking for a return maybe 6-7%. I mean, if most of these, so-called, gurus on Wall Street, okay, if they can beat S&P 500, they're having a great fucking year. So most of them are clueless as far as to what they're doing. They're clueless as far as timing. They're clueless about the markets. By the time they finish analyzing shit, the trades that they're taking are not really trades. They're more like an investment. They buy something and they're hoping that not in the course of next few days, but over the course of next few years, something is going to go up. So clearly, if you have a trading account size anywhere from $1,000 up to $100,000, that's not a strategy to be considering. Most of the Wall Street analysts, they're going to miss the big drops, the big pumps in the market. They're going to fucking miss it, okay? And if their portfolio is going to make in excess of 10% per year while S&P is up fucking 20%, that's like a great fucking result, right? So why would you want to follow their fucking strategies? Okay, number one, if you follow their strategies, okay, you're looking at making 10-20% over the course of a year or two. When the market's been going high for 3 years in a row, okay, even 10-20% is going to be a stretch. So if you're working with $1,000 in the market or $100,000, okay, the very best you're going to fucking do, if you're lucky, okay, you're going to make, on a $1,000 account, you're going to make a few $100. On a $100,000 account, you're going to make $10,000-$20,000. And to me, that is such a failure. When, as a trader, you should be focusing on trading opportunities, okay, not long-term investments. Not like as a trader, you come in every day in the market understanding, okay, where do I have an edge? Where can I beat the market in a way that, all these bullshit Wall Street analysts are not even thinking about yet? Okay, so considering the setup, right? The only way you can fuck this up if you follow the mainstream, that's how you're going to fuck this up. So that's what I'm saying. As a setup for you accomplishing this, the number one thing you have to do going in 2025, you absolutely have to forget everything you know about trading. Everything. Forget it. Because if you want to accomplish something that you have not done before, which is making $1 million in under 5 trades, if you haven't done that already, then, hey, you're missing some ingredients in your trading strategy. You're missing some things, in a big way, because most of the people that reach out to us, they haven't even been able to take 100,000 to 200,000 in a matter of years. So, if you have not hit some big home run trades, it has to do with your strategy, and it has to do with you paying attention to shit that absolutely does not matter. So with that said, you are only going to be able to hit $1 million plus in 5 trades or less if you forget everything you know about trading until this moment and you focus and you embrace only one strategy, and that is the 13 market move strategy. So that's the condition number one for those of you that are serious. Forget everything that you know about trading, okay? Them Fibonacci's, forget all that shit. The patterns that they teach you somewhere else on charts, fucking forget it. Listening to the fundamentals that they talk about on CNBC and, Fundstrat, Tom Lee, who is always bullish on the market, and it happens so that the market keeps going high for 3 years in a row, okay, makes the current market consensus so incredibly vulnerable, because what the market forgets is the fact that same Tom Lee of Fundstrat have completely gotten everything fucking wrong in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. And the whole world is watching Tom Lee now on CNBC. Is like, oh my God, well, his bullish shits must be going higher again. Well, guys, I'm telling you, it's by a miracle of false data, by a miracle of, unprecedented corruption that the market's been going higher. And this shit ain't gonna last. So the point is, if you're gonna keep focusing on conventional shit that everybody's trying to tell you, hey, what's gonna be the next tech stock that's about to go up, man, good luck with that strategy. That shit ain't gonna make you any money. Because the reality is, most of the stocks that have been outperforming, okay, they're going to collapse in January. So if we take the big 10 stocks in like the Nvidia, Tesla, and clearly Tesla, you got to take that with a grain of salt. We've pointed out the Tesla trade in the low 200s before it got to the current level of 450. And we caught the biggest move on Tesla, like the 100-point move that in 3 days span. So those paid crazy amount of money. But this wouldn't be the point to go and keep betting on Tesla moving higher, at least not short term. I'm not saying Tesla is not going to go higher, but not short term, right? So, you got to understand some basic things if you want to be making big money near term, guys. And it's not buying calls on stocks that have outperformed and listening to the general consensus while they think on Wall Street that these stocks are going to keep outperforming next year. Okay? They could, but as a trader, okay, your goal is to foresee what are these stocks going to be doing near term? What are they going to be doing in the first week of January? And based off everything we study and we know here at 13 Market Moves, all of these stocks that have been outperforming significantly in 2024, they will collapse in January of 2025. So if you're really wanting to be bullish, then you got to be buying calls on stocks that were complete dog shit in 2024, because those stocks are going to outperform in the first week of January 2025, in the first month of January 2025. Everything that has been outperforming is going to collapse in a big way. And nobody's saying that on CNBC. Nobody's saying that on Bloomberg. Nobody's, because it's not in their fucking interest. But it doesn't mean that they're not building big, heavy-ass short positions on this stuff. I promise you they are. It's not in their interest to talk about it. It's in their interest to reel you into thinking that this party is going to continue. Okay, let me focus and get back to the main point here is, in order for you to capture $1 million in less than 5 trades, okay, you have to forget everything. Fucking forget everything. You start with scratch. Okay, if you've never made $1 million in under 5 trades, you have to fucking forget everything. and you have to come to Third Your Market Moves being 100% coachable. That's a fact. Now, what qualifies me to tell you that it can be done, because I have done it dozens and dozens of fucking times myself. And here at Third Your Market Moves, between myself and other coaches, we have helped over 50 guys take their accounts to $1 million plus. Not in last month. I'm talking about over the span of last 6-7 years. So I'm talking to you about this $1 million plus in under 5 trades as someone who has done it, as someone who has done multiple people accomplish it as well. So, and my number one recommendation would be to forget everything you know about trading and to really open up your mind to doing something that you would never do in trading. So that would include, okay, point number 2, to stop all the bullshit mentality traps that you're causing upon yourself as a trader. Most of the traders fail because they have this self-imposed limitations. Well, you know, I'll take profit on this. As soon as I'm turning green, man, I'm not going to let this profit skip, man. Are you kidding me? Man, I'm up 600, man. I'm taking it now. Fuck yeah, man. What a good day. Hey, I'm done for the day, says a trader who misses later $60,000 profit because he didn't understand the move. He didn't understand that that was just the beginning of the move, not the end of it. It was just the beginning of the move that could have helped that same trader pocket 60,000 that day, but that dude is happy with 600. See, you cannot make $60,000 in a trade if you're going to cut your trade like a little bitch every time it turns green. Oh, Leo, I'm up 800. I'm good for the day. Man, you cannot look at the market through such perspective, okay? You making $800 is total shit on a day the market gives you a chance to make a few $100,000. So you should measure your performance based on the market conditions and the market opportunity, okay, not in relation to how much you think you should be making per day. And that is an omnipresent flaw for majority of the traders that are trying to come in and say, hey, I want to trade for a living. You know, it'll be the same thing as somebody coming in to real estate, trying to be a realtor and saying like, well, you know, I had a job that was paying me $50 an hour, and I'm used to collecting a check every week. And then let's say you start as a realtor and you don't sell a home for the first 90 days, right? I mean, well, what are you going to quit on week 2? A lot of people would be like, man, shit, I thought I was going to sell a few homes by my second week, and now there's not a paycheck, and it's like, whoa, I got to not... Like most of the people, they just don't understand. Trading is the same thing, okay? You're not going to make huge money because market conditions may look, okay, like they're here. The charts could be pointing to a huge move, but because of these fake markets and the corruption in the markets that's been going on for years now, the revision of fake data that nobody's, the setup, okay, that normally would have the market dropping by much more than 10%, okay, and that the market has been sustaining under falsified market conditions. I mean, you have to understand that what's possible now in the market is largely due to the fact that the market has been suppressed to the downside for so long. And you just seen the bits and pieces of it on December 18th, 2024. That was just a little preview. But understand that your biggest payouts in the market are going to be made due to a constellation of all the stars being aligned for a perfect trade. And a perfect trade is not going to happen every day. And For that reason, okay, understanding the market conditions, okay, should be embraced by anyone who's in the market right now, understanding that this is not another regular day trading in the market where somebody goes in, they make a few $1,000s and they're happy. There are times to be happy. A trader should be happy about making a few thousand if maybe the market was only giving a trader to make a chance to make 500, but a trader makes a few thousand. That's great. And the market conditions were total shit and you make a few thousand, and maybe the market was not moving at all, nothing was happening, you still make a few $1,000s in a day, that's great. But not under current market conditions where, the market's completely at a level where you can make some phenomenal trades. The current market conditions are absolutely unprecedented, guys. So you have to stop this bullshit mentality of jumping in, jumping out. You have to focus on capturing the bigger move. Bigger move is everything. If you focus on small move, you're going to make small money or no money. If you focus on a bigger move, you have a chance to make big money. So those guys that jumped out of the trade on December 18th when NASDAQ was down 100 points, well, the lesson is learned. But my bet would be the same traders are going to make the same mistake again. And that would be a reason to trade with a coach. Because, unfortunately, many of you guys that did not trade with a coach, you ended up costing yourself a 400x trade because you jumped out when the trade was up 2x. And that is unacceptable. That is absolutely unacceptable. So, keep your emotions out of the trades. Somebody asked me in the group a couple of days ago, like, well, Leo, why is oil dropping and natural gas is dropping? And I said, look, sometimes by definition, the market has to drop a little bit before it goes higher. And so now for 2 days, natural gas is up, oil is up. We've been bullish on oil calls, natural gas calls in the last few days. And there was a day when, despite of nothing changed in the market, right? Nothing. But both of them are dropping on the same day. And shortly after that drop, they resumed the uptrend. And so natural gas has been one of the easiest trades. And if you're trading with a coach, you would know that because you'd be up significantly on this trade. This trade is, the trade is up. The price of natural gas is up 30% in the last, 5 trading sessions. And do you hear about it on CNBC? No, not a word. Nobody's talking about natural gas trade on CNBC. Let me tell you when they will be talking about it. They're going to be talking about it next week when natural gas is going to be above $4. When natural gas is going to be above $4.50, when natural gas in the first week of January is going to be above $5, that's when you're going to hear the general media talking about, oh my God, what's happening to natural gas prices? Oh my God, well, why is oil going high? Whoa, shit. The point is you got to be positioning yourself ahead of the general media. You got to be positioning your trades ahead of what everyone is going to be talking about. So by definition, you cannot make $1 million in 5 trades or less if you're making your trading decisions based off the news that you are receiving today from the general media. So that's a no-no. That is why I'm saying the only way you will make $1 million plus in 5 trades or less if you will start focusing on the right shit. All right, which is the market setup, which is the 30 market moves, which is the divergencies on the charts, okay, which is focusing on the bigger move instead of jumping in and out like a little bitch every 5-10 minutes. So if you have never made $1 million in 5 trades or less with an account size of $1,000 or $100,000, that means that you are guilty of these things. Means you are guilty of jumping in and out of trades like a little bitch. And until you change that, there's nothing that's going to happen with your trading account. So now that you understand the setup, okay, your emotional setup of how you need to be going into this trading endeavor of 5 trades for $1 million, okay, I'm going to give you some options. So if you made it so far in this podcast, you should understand that what you have done so far, unless it generated you $1 million plus in trading in 5 trades or less, that basically means that everything you've been doing so far is total shit. And it would be worthwhile, considering this is a new year, to make a New Year resolution of trying to do something different, something that you have not done before. And that goes to all of you that signed up with 30 Market Moves in the past, and you didn't have your trading account set up properly. You couldn't trade options on futures when gold was moving up, down 200-300 points in a matter of days. Instead, you were trading SPY, which was total shit. And so, look, there's a number of things that you have to do, okay, in order to make sure that you are successful as a trader. And one of them is setting up your trading account for success. If you cannot trade options on futures, I don't know, you're in fucking, you're in stone age of trading if you don't have that set up for yourself. Because, I mean, I have traders still reach out to me and like, Leo, I really want to trade. I want to do this, but I only got 1 trade left on my account, man. Help me make 20,000 today. I'm like, man, how the fuck is that possible? If you've been watching all the videos, why don't you still have your options futures account set up? Because there you can take unlimited trades, no PDT, no nothing. I've said it a million fucking times. I swear people just... You know, I think it comes only for one reason, situations like this, that traders, they want to make money in trading, but they're not serious. Or they think they're serious, but in reality, they're miles and miles and miles being away from serious making money in trading. So set up your account. I don't know how many times I've said, set up your Binance account for trading options on Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures. That officially has been the biggest fucking trade in the last 7 days, and it's a round trip trade. Fucking most of the guys don't even know what the fuck it is. Trading options on Bitcoin and Ethereum futures. Yeah, how about trading options on fucking Dogecoin? I mean, if you're not doing that, like what? You're missing the biggest market opportunities because you don't have your trading account set up. And then you wonder why you've never made $1 million in 5 trades or less. So forget all the bullshit that you know about trading, because it has not helped you make any big fucking money. Okay, so let's just start from clean scratch. Forget fucking everything. Number 2, all right, you're not going to make $1 million in trading in 5 trades or less if you trade with Robinhood. Let's just address this shit right now. All right, so if you're trading with Robinhood, I'd say your probability of making $1 million in 5 trades or less is like, I don't know, 1%. Okay, it's possible, but I mean, you're killing your prospects of doing it by so much that it tells me that you're so not fucking serious about trading. You know, it's ridiculous. So set up an account. I mean, go to Tastyworks. Tasty Trade, set up an account there. Go to Interactive Brokers, set up an account there. Go set up an account with Thinkorswim at Schwab. Man, go get a real fucking trading account and make sure you have a margin account. Don't be showing up trading here with a cash account. I mean, you cannot trade with cash account when the market is moving. Because the moment you can cash out of a good trade and there's going to be time to take the next one, you can't take it because you need to wait for the funds to settle to the next day. I mean, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous that I even have to go over this simple shit in a video that's really devoted to the recipe on how you should be making $1 million in 5 trades or less. So, guys, I'm not going to spend more time on that. I've recorded a ton of material on how to set up your account properly, how to be ready. I've recorded a lot of material on how to make sure you're strong and you got your mind strong and you're ready for the market instead of being a little bitch of the market. So now let me just get to the mathematics, okay? Let's get to the mathematics of how does someone do it. And again, we're gonna use an example as simple as it gets, so nobody could say, "Whoa, Leo, but I don't have 50K in my account right now." Okay, well, how about 1,000? How about turning $1,000 into $1 million in under 5 trades? So you can select. I'm going to give you 3 options. I'm going to give you 3 options on how you can do it. All right. So one option is to take 3 trades that are making 10x each. 3 trades, guys. It can be done in 3 trades. 3 trades, you can make $1 million. Now, here's the kicker. All right. Each trade needs to make 10x. So, as your option 1, 3 trades, 10x. So, 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to $1 million, done, you're there. All right. That's 3 trades. Now, 10x trades. Now, by definition, 10x trades, you have to nail your entry, you have to nail your exit. It's impossible for you to do a 10x trade unless the market makes a ridiculously outsized move that the market participants completely don't price in on options. And we're talking trading directional options here. If you buy options that expire months from now, you're not going to make a 10x trade. Okay? So, by definition, if you buy more time on your options, it does not equate to more profit. Most of the people buy options that have lengthy expiration, like 6 months from now or a year from now or 3 months from now, simply because they don't fucking know. Well, Leo, I'm buying 6 months out just in case. Just in case what? By the time you pay for the premiums that expire, for options that expire 6 months from now, even if the move does happen, the best fucking case scenario, you're going to break even. Now, probably not the best case scenario. You could make a little bit of money if the move comes immediately right after you buy them options. So maybe you can go 1.5x, 2x, but it's not going to be a 10x trade. So most of the people that don't understand that fact, they have 0 chance of making a 10x trade if they buy options that expire a few months from now or 6 months from now, 1 year from now. So those people are like, well, let me just be safe. Yeah. What are you really saying? You want to be safe by buying options that don't expire tomorrow or today or next week because you're so uncertain about what's going to happen. You're so fearful of, oh my God, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I'm going to lose money? Well, if you're afraid of losing money, you shouldn't be doing anything in the stock market. Okay, that's a fact. So maybe for those of you that are afraid of losing money, you should just confess to yourself. I mean, what's more important? You're afraid of losing money, and therefore you're afraid to take what general market consensus considers risky trades. I would argue exactly the opposite, that sometimes short-term options expiration are a lot less risky if you understand exactly what market move you're facing each day. And occasionally you could be missing a move. But even with that, okay, I mean, if you follow 30 market moves daily and you chart them out and you map them out and you do everything you're supposed to do, I mean, short-term options expirations are going to be such a much better way to go, because honestly, the reason I'm explaining this with such a small amount of like $1,000 is, I mean, if you're afraid to lose 1,000, get the fuck out of the market. I mean, this is not a place for you, period. Okay? If you're going to fucking worry about $1,000. But that just, to illustrate a point that, some of you probably shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't be trading weekly options. You shouldn't be trading options. You shouldn't be trading stocks. Because if within you, what's driving you, you want to make the money, but you're afraid that you're going to lose the money, guess what's going to happen? Every fucking time, you're going to lose the fucking money. So, unless you're willing to face your fears, unless you're willing to face these mental traps that you're putting yourself in daily as a trader, well, I'll just be happy. Oh my God, this trade is going negative. Oh my God, Leo, I'll just be happy if I can just break even. That's a mental trap. Okay, you're not taking the trade so you can break even, damn it. You're taking the trade so you can make fucking money as a trader. Not, a miserable fucking 5%, a 15%, a 30% profit. That's not what your target should ever be on trading anything. But specifically, that definitely should never be your target on trading weekly options. So, what I'm saying, forget everything you know about fucking trading, okay? Because if you've never put together at least a 10x trade, you're not trading. You're not, you totally misunderstand the markets and how to trade them. If you've never put together at least a 10x trade, you're fucking clueless. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror right now and say, look, fuck it. I got to do something. I'm either going to face my fears and really learn what trading is about, or I might as well go do something else because everything I've tried until this point ain't fucking working out. And that goes to many traders that follow third-year market moves and they say how, oh, but I tried this and it didn't work and I tried that. Yeah, some of you think that showing up, once every few months for trading with a third-year market moves coach is somehow supposed to fix all the fucking losses you've had before that. That's not going to work. That is why I'm emphasizing that when you trade with a coach, you should be taking every fucking trade, no fucking exceptions. Okay, you should not be cherry picking trades, damn it. And worse than that, it's not just cherry picking trades, but it's also cherry picking days on which you trade. It's total bullshit. Well, imagine if you didn't trade on December 18th, right? 400x, okay? And then we're like, well, but it's a Wednesday. I got to go Christmas shopping. I can't be trading today, Leo. I'm going to have to skip today. I have a meeting. I have this. I have a doctor's appointment. Oh, Leo, I'm driving. I can't take the trade. I'm like, all of this is just so goddamn bullshit excuses. It's fucking embarrassing how many of you totally misunderstand what trading is about. Who fucking takes a day off on Federal Reserve meeting day? Who the fuck does not trade that? Who the fuck goes shopping? Who the fuck drives during the Federal Reserve announcement? Fucking pull over, damn it. Take the fucking trade. It's not about your convenience of, well, Leo, I'm uncomfortable taking the trade right now. Who gives a fuck? That's why you've never made $1 million plus in a few trades. Because you're more focused on how comfortable you are. Oh, I'm so happy. You're so fucking comfortable and broke, motherfucker. That's bullshit. That's why I'm saying forget everything you know about trading. You come and you do this program fully. 110% commitment entirely, day or night. I'm going to fucking text you a trade at 3 in the morning. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Oh, Leo, I'm sleeping, man. I went to sleep. I stayed late at work. Fuck, man. Are you serious about trading or not? Leo, I got to take my laws to the airport, man. They need a ride, man. Fucking bomb a fucking taxi. Have your wife take it. What the fuck is she doing? Going shopping again? With what? You haven't made any fucking money trading. What is she doing shopping again? Fucking unbelievable. It's like some guys they don't fucking get it. And what some guys also don't get that you could have a few losing trades back to back. Fuck. There could be this one trade, goes 10, 20x, and all of a sudden, none of them losses, they matter anymore. None of them losses matter anymore. But most of the guys, they're like fucking balloons. They deflate, right? A guy comes in, takes a few unsuccessful trades. For whatever reason, maybe the entry wasn't 100%. Maybe just the market was moving and then all of a sudden it stalls, goes sideways, right? All of these things you can't plan for 100%. But what you can plan for is showing up every fucking day with the same fucking strategy. And that's how you beat the market. You know, so imagine a guy signs up on December 15th, takes 3 unsuccessful trades, and then on December 18th, he misses the 400x trade. Man, what do you call that? That's what you call a pussy. Fucking pussies are everywhere these days. Most of the people that call them traders, they should call themselves pussies. Because they can't even, they're so emotionally damaged over 3 fucking unsuccessful trades. They can't even fucking show up on a day when they're getting paid 400x. What do you fucking expect? You expect being that type of person? Being this fucking emotionally fucked up and to make $1 million in 5 trades or less, you're not gonna fucking make it. I'm telling you now, unless you're really ready to fucking take this program seriously, you're not gonna fucking do it. And I want you guys to do it. So I'm telling you that it ain't easy because most of the people, they severely underestimate their level of preparation, especially when it comes to mental toughness, when it comes to beating the market. You know, and the market is designed in such a way, it is going to challenge you to the max every time. When you're going to be thinking, man, I need to jump out of this trade, man, it's going against me, man, I'm down so much on my position. And the moment you jump out, the market bitch slaps you. And that's where you belong if you let the market do it. You have to have the inner strength. And your inner strength as a trader derives from looking at the charts, not the bullshit news, from understanding divergences, from being focused on the move that you're trading, from understanding time frames, understanding candles, understanding all the shit that really matters, that they never talk about in any kind of fucking news you're watching. So, most of the people never look at the prospects of making $1 million in 3 trades because they never even think that a 10x trade is possible, feasible, because most of the traders jump out the moment they're green, or the moment maybe if you're a little better trader than most of the guys, you'll get to stay with the trade until it doubles, right? And then you're going to jump out after that. And then what? Oh, fuck. Well, there goes the 400x trade. If I just held my position, damn it. Oh, my God, I can't fucking believe it. And then you're so emotionally distorted after that, you can't trade even the next day. So that's the other side of coin, right? You let your emotions fuck with you so much, you're costing yourself opportunity each and every fucking day. So forget everything that you know about trading. Forget everything, okay, that you're currently doing to fuck yourself as a trader. Emotional, exits, entries, emotionally being upset at the market because, well, Leo, I just can't catch a break, man. I've taken fucking 12 trades and none of them made. I made a couple of good trades, but other than that, everything goes to shit, man. These fucking market and blah, blah, blah. Says a guy in the morning of the day when the market collapses I mean, almost hitting the circuit breakers on December 18th. I can give you example after example after example of how traders fuck themselves, and it all boils down to their emotional unpreparedness. You should go in the market as a fucking ninja assassin, knowing that, hey, you're going there with a certain strategy and you're going to focus on it, and you got to remain unshakable. Okay? Because if you're going to allow for the market to shake you, you will lose a huge payout. You will lose a position that could translate to a huge payout for you the next day. You know, maybe you take a trade and today it doesn't do anything. I know maybe your options are down 40%. All right, but is that a reason to jump out of the fucking trade? No. Look at the context. Sometimes the options could be down 40%. I mean, let's say you shorted the stock at 260 and you bought, 240 puts because you think something's going to drop 30 points by the end of the week. And that day, the stock keeps going maybe between 257, 262, finishes the day at 258. Boy, is that a bad trade? Your options are down 40%. But the chart just confirmed that the stock has failed to move above a key level. It struggled with that key level, and it finished the day lower than where it started on strong volume at the very end of the day, telling you that people are getting antsy at this very top information. But yet your options are down 40%. And that's why you jump out, because you're looking at your fucking P&L. Okay? Stop looking at your P&L. Look at the chart. So your entry was 260. The stock ends up today at 258. It's down 2 points from where you entered. Yeah, it's not a big drop. It has an overwhelming impact on the way your options are valued, because basically you wasted the whole fucking day waiting for a bigger drop while the stock only dropped 2 points. But is this a bad trade? No. Based on the chart, it's a good fucking trade that has not yet materialized as far as option valuations in your favor. But yet most of the people, they're going to look at their P&L, they're going to say, oh man, this is a bad fucking trade. That's it. I can't take the shit. I'm out. I'm jumping the fuck out, Leo. I can't take the shit no more. Says a guy who wakes up the next morning like, oh my God, Leo, it is at 220. I cannot believe I jumped out yesterday, dude. It's down 40. Leo, I would have made $278,000. Oh my God, I'm such a fucking idiot. That happens every fucking day. Okay, so I'm saying, forget everything you know about trading. You come and you focus on one strategy and you do exactly what your 30 market moves coach tells you to do. That's it. So far we've talked about one option, which is mainly focusing on a 10x trade. Okay, so 3 10x trades back to back will take you to $1 million. Okay, now let me finish the other 2 options, and then I'm going to address all the imperfections that are associated with these calculations, okay? So the second option, still with a $1,000 account, you're going 5x trades. So now instead of targeting 10x opportunities, you're targeting 5x top trades. And with 5x trades, you could, hit $1 million in 5 trades. So actually in 5 trades, you're going to be at like $3 million. In 4 trades, you're going to be at $625,000. So it's 1,000 taking 5x to 5K and 5x again and 5x and 5x. 4 trades, you're at $625,000. 5x. After that, on the 5th trade, gets you to $3 million. So however you want to calculate that, right? So technically, like 4.3 trades would take you to $1 million. But let's round it up, whatever you want, 4 or 5 trades. but 5 trades officially gets you to 3 mil. So you can focus on 3 10x trades, which means you have to be really, really selective, right? Which means you really, really need to focus on super focus, like laser focus on your entry, laser focus on your exit, like everything. It's just like a surgeon operating, making a brain surgery or heart surgery. Like your focus needs to be on that kind of level, Because if you don't finish your surgery on time, the patient could die. Meaning, a lot of these 10x trades, we're going to be taking a shot at those with same-day expiration or options that will expire within 72 hours. So we'd take a trade, let's say, on a Thursday that expires on Friday. Take a trade on the Thursday where options expire on Monday. Take a trade on the Friday where options expire on Tuesday, and so on. Basically, we're targeting, like, it is an overnight trade, which, let me address this real quick. Most of the traders, they're afraid to hold the trade overnight. And it boils down to the very same core issue, which I have described earlier. It is the fear. Well, Leo, I don't know. Well, what's going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to go up? Is it going down? I don't know. I don't fucking know. You don't know because you have zero fucking strategy. That's why you don't fucking know. Okay, if you are determined to beat the market, you do your calculations and you fucking stick to them. I don't care if the stock is going against you today, tomorrow, whatever. You have to be firm with what you're seeing on the fucking charts. If you're going to keep changing your mind every day based off whether your trade is going against you, you will get fucked every time. As a matter of fact, and most of you would just held on to the fucking trade. The only time you would get fucked is when market stalls, okay? So you would be much better off persevering some of the temporary losses, which will happen when you trade weekly options. 90% of the trades will first go against you because weekly options are very volatile. So it is absolutely ridiculous that someone that expects to trade weekly options will take a trade and automatically expects that trade to go instantly in their favor. Or sometimes the trader will say, well, I wish I just waited another 3 hours, Lee. I would have gotten a better entry. I would have paid, 40% less for my options. Yeah, but look on the other side of the thing. Also, the trade could have already been down 40 points. And you could have made already a 30x trade, but guess what? You don't have a fucking position because you were trying to be overly cautious on your entry, and as a result, you missed the whole fucking trade. So the point is, with 5x trades, you could give yourself a little bit of leniency of maybe not nailing the exact top, not exiting at the very bottom, or the other way around, not necessarily entering at the very bottom and not exiting at the very top, if you're going with calls. But, therefore, if maybe your entry is a little bit off, then, instead of targeting a 10x trade, you could be targeting a 5x trade. And so sometimes we could be going for a 10x trade, but we have to adjust it as time evolves because options, they are, their profitability is going to determine of whether you were able to identify the timing, which most of the people on Wall Street tell you, it's impossible to beat the market on timing. It's fucking impossible. Well, it is possible, okay? And it's because you're listening to all them idiots. That's why you've never put together $1 million in under 5 trades. Is because you personally have bought into this myth that it is impossible to beat the market, timing. And that's why an average analyst out there is going to tell you, well, it's about timing the market. Basically, they're saying, hey, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen, so we're just going to buy and hold. How about that for a fucking strategy? Yeah, it works if you're bought, every crash. in history, but it has not worked if you bought every top in history. And for whatever reason, they always forget to mention that, which I find kind of strange that they only advocate this strategy of hold and buy forever because of their lack of knowledge of market timing, and yet they fail to do full disclosure. Well, yeah, but if you buy the market top, you could be fucked for 20 years because that's how long it could take you to get your money back. Okay, where's that fucking disclosure? None of them fucking say it, but it's real. So you can go with 4 or 5 trades at 5x to hit anywhere from $1 million to $3 million. All right. And so the third option would be, which I think is what majority of the people would want to go for. How about just, Leo, forget about 10x, forget about 5x. How about we just focus on just doubling? We just double, Leo. It's just so simple. We just double on every trade and we just do that. And all we need is then what? 9 doubles, right? Take $1,000 into 2,000, 2,000 into 4,000, so on. You need 9 times to double that trade in order to make $1 million. That's it. 9 trades consecutively doubling. Now, I would argue, okay, that the easiest option among all these to make $1 million plus is focusing on the 10x trades. While I would bet that 99% of you that are listening to this, given the options, hey, what would you rather do? Find 3 trades that go 10x, find 5 trades that go 5x, or find 9 trades that go 2x. Which strategy would you prefer? Which strategy do you think is going to be much easier to implement, and so on? Most of the people would be like, fuck it, I'll just focus. I'll go with something easy. Doubling sounds a lot easier than going 500% or 1,000% profit on the trade. So most of the people, again, like by definition, they go for the shit that appears to be more simple, that appears to be more attainable, but it's not so given certain market conditions, right? Because again, if market conditions are giving you opportunities for 10, 20x, even 400x trade as we had last week, December 18th, and you're taking 2x trades, then by definition, you're really fucking yourself. You are. I mean, okay, so one trader is up from 1,000 to 800,000. You're up from 1,000 to 6,000. Would you say you're not fucked? Yeah, Leo, but still, man, but there's also another day to trade. I'm just happy, man. I'm up from 1,000 to 6,000, man. I'm happy about that. See, that is the main flaw with an average trading intellect of an average typical trader who just doesn't understand the fundamental difference. You trade big when market conditions are rare. You resort to this smaller size trades when market conditions are unfavorable, when the market is not moving, when the market, maybe in the middle range of going nowhere, meaning it has no directional prejudice to one side or another. Then you can focus on smaller size trades when overall there are times in the market when move expands. And we have just seen the biggest move expansion in the market on December 18th in the last 3 years. And certainly we're not going to ignore that. And we're going to capitalize on that because there is an overwhelming probability that move will even expand more over the course of the next 12 trading sessions. And we're not going to be locking in 2x trades while some of the traders will be. And therefore, we will be capturing the 10x trades, the 5x and the 10x. So now that you understand that what appears to be easy is not the strategy that you want to be utilizing now under the current market conditions. And guys, I can be talking about current market conditions for hours. So I'm not going to dive into that now. Just understand that conditions are absolutely fucking insane for trading move expansion opportunities right now. Just understand an average move in the market's been about 60 points or just under 60 points. When the market gets to about 60 points move in S&P, it stalls out. In many cases, it reverses, where we're talking an upside move, a downside move. There's only been a number of moves in S&P 500 that have exceeded the 60-point mark, and we can count them on our fingers over the last 3 years. So you're about to witness more, and I'm using S&P 500, but like the reality is some of the indexes have similar trading ranges that are also expanding, and they're expanding to the downside. And that's the pivotal difference, is understanding where the market is shifting and in which direction the move expansions are happening. There's a number of stocks that are down 30, 40% off their highs in the last 30 days. More so, there's some stocks that are down 30, 40% in the last 2 weeks, and 99% of Wall Street analysts are still fucking bullish. Like, if you can't take advantage of that type of setup as a trader, I mean, the whole fucking Wall Street is blind to the fucking move expansion to the downside that's going to be taking place. I mean, how can you not bet against them idiots? So the point is this. Okay, what seems to be easy is not easy. What seems to be more challenging is not challenging. If you embrace a certain system and you stay with it 100% of the time, every fucking day, you don't jump in, don't jump out, you don't allow your fucking emotions, and, basically I'm talking about everything that a typical trader would do to prevent them from hitting big numbers in trading. And there's one solution to that. The solution is to trade fearlessly. Trade fearlessly with a search and market moves coach. Because if you will fear losses, you will have losses. What you should be fearing is missing out on the greatest market setup we have seen in years. You should be fearing on missing your 400x trade. That's what your fear should be. Your fear should not be of loss of money in your account. Your fear should be of loss of the market conditions, which we may not see for years to come. I mean, this could go down as one of the greatest market collapses in history. But the way you trade it is critical, because if you're going to approach the biggest market collapse in history with the same mentality traps that you've set for yourself, acting emotionally, jumping in and out whenever you fucking feel like, looking at your P&L to determine your entries and exits, okay, instead of looking at the charts, you will fuck up the greatest market conditions for trading. And that should be your fear. If you understand and embrace the program and the system we have here at Search and Market Moves, and if you really do it 100% of what your coach tells you to do, you will make a shitload of money. Then you will have a chance to do what I attempted to describe in this podcast, which is you can put together 3 trades, 10x, 5 trades, 5x, or 9 trades at 2x. And you will make your $1 million trading. But hold on a second. I'm only using these examples with $1,000 account. Most of the guys don't have $1,000 account. Most of the guys have, $20, $30, $50,000 trading account. So do the fucking math. Some of you are literally looking at $10, $20 million paydays over the course of next 2-3 trading weeks. But you won't fucking hit it because you're so afraid of fucking losses, because you've set so many self-limiting bullshit upon yourself as a trader. When it comes to your mental preparation, emotions, you still trade with Robinhood. God forbid you trade with fucking Webull, even worse than Robinhood. I mean, if you can't even come prepared, guys, you're costing yourself money. You're operating inefficiently. And as a trader, right, every moment in the market matters. Every day in the market matters. Because if you get fluent with the market for at least a number of days, you're not going to beat the market every day, all right? And y'all know that if you listen to the last 1,000 videos, podcasts here. You're not going to beat the market every day, but your goal is to be in the market. You got to have some skin every day to get fluent with the market. And that's when we help some of the traders that 100% embrace the program. It's arriving at those few days to where, okay, we could be, prior to those few days, we could be missing some trades. Maybe, hey, shit expired Friday, and then, the stock collapses Monday. Maybe options expire Monday at 4 p.m., and then something collapses Monday night after market close. Like, situations like that happen. So basically, we're so close on nailing some of these 10, 20, 30x trades. We literally could be missing them but just a few trading hours. There's many instances of that. So, but it's understanding that it's those instances helping you understand that, look, you're very congruent with the market. You're very fluent with the market. You're so close to where you're literally just within hours away. And there comes a moment when you're 100% fluent, okay? You're no longer by a few hours off or even a few minutes off. You're 100% on. And those moments are not going to last, but they could last for 3-4 days, and that's all you need. That is all you need to make a few $1 million with weekly options. But you need to get to that point where you are 100% fluent with the market. And unfortunately, majority of the traders, they mistreat those market conditions because they don't know what to focus on. They don't focus on the right stuff. That's just the bottom line. So instead of focusing on how much you make per day, okay, come and trade with 30 market moves. Sign up for a challenge. Okay, you can sign up for either one of these challenges, guys, to do 3 trades of 10x. And so when you sign up for a call, you can go to 30mmtv.com or 30marketmoves.com. When you sign up for a call with 30 Market Moves, when you get on the call or in the notes, when you schedule a call, you can just put you're interested in the 3 trades, 3 10x trades, 5 5x trades, or 9 2x trades. Okay? And let me say a few words about like some generalizations that I've made on this. So there's going to be time when we're going to be pursuing a 10x trade. And so this is ideal world, right? What I just described. When we're 100% fluent, okay, we can nail literally 3 trades, 10x trades back to back to back. Now you'd have to subtract for commissions, right? Whatever commissions there, but if all the stars align, we have done this before. We can do this. All right. Now, what's going to happen in reality a lot of times, let's say we get a 10x trade, but then the next one, the setup looks perfect, everything looks perfect, but hey, we're not 100% fluent, okay, on that particular moment of entry, for example. It looks like a perfect entry, but it ends up being like, hey, we're maybe 8 hours off on the entry. And the stock goes sideways for a while before it makes the big move. So, yeah, options are going to decay, and that as a result may not turn into a 10x trade. That may end up being like a 4x trade as a result. Okay? So, depending on the setup, I mean, the ideal world is, yeah, we have done it before, and we can do it. 3 10x trades. But in reality, majority of the time, what ends up happening is you're going to have a mix. You could have a 10x trade. You're going to have a 2x trade. You can have a trade that goes completely to shit, okay? And, you lose 100% of that, which is no problem if you just made 10x, okay, and a 2x, and you get one trade that goes to shit. It's no problem. I mean, you can have 3 trades that go to shit. You can have 5 trades that go to shit. As long as you just had 1 or 2 trades that went 10x, I mean, it keeps you in the game. But if the market conditions align, okay, a lot of these trades are going to be eliminated. A lot of these trades where, the move begins and then it stalls, they're going to be eliminated because of the type of market conditions that are right in front of us. So instead of stalling out, we're going to have some big fucking moves right ahead. And for that reason, you eliminate the probability of a trade that, hey, initially may look good, like, okay, now we took a trade, it's up 2x, 3x, but we're waiting for it to materialize to a 10x, 20x trade, and then the market stalls out and fucking the trade goes to hell. A lot of those trades are going to be eliminated right now because of the market conditions. And that is why, to make a lot of money as a trader, you got to identify these moments and go with a high level of certainty and not go with 1,000. Like if $1,000 is all you got, I mean, fuck it, But for those of you that have the ability, okay, to go in and trade with 100K, 500K, you should be trading with that, because if you trade with a bigger amount, targeting same type of trades that I just explained, I mean, you're looking for a major payday. And I would say most of you right now have a chance. If you follow the program 100%, you leave all your emotions and all the bullshit that you've learned about the markets, you put all of that aside, you just focus on what your coach tells you to do. I mean, you have the ability right now in front of you to make more than what, like I have traders contact me. They've been trading for 30, 40 years. And I'm like, Leo, I've never put together some trades like you do. I'm like, okay, but you got to focus on this, and this. Are you willing to do it? And they say, yeah, but then they go back to their old bullshit, and that's why they don't make the money, right? But it is possible if you've been trading for 20, 30, 40 years, you come trade with the 30 Market Moves coach now, that you will make more in the next 3 weeks than what you have made in the last 30, 40 years of trading, all put together. That is if you can get your mind wrapped around it. That is if you can show up and trade fearlessly with more than $1,000. You can do that. Now, most of the people are going to be scared shitless to do it, and that's why they're not going to do it, and that's why they're going to go back to doing their regular shit. But hello? You've already tried doing that. And they have not been able to do anything that I've explained in this video. You haven't been able to do 3 10x trades back to back. You haven't been able to do 5 5x trades back to back. I mean, you haven't been able to do a 9 2x trades back to back. So why the fuck would you not open up your mind and try something that you've never tried before? So I'll leave you with that, guys. Happy New Year. I hope you make a solid New Year's resolution as a trader. We invite you to have huge success with 30 Market Moves. Let's fucking roll.